Have you ever stopped to think about how often we are ruled by biases we don't even realize we have? One of these sneaky biases is called functional fixedness. It's that mental habit of seeing people, places, or things in only one specific way. While this might seem harmless, it often leads us to rigid self-narratives and limits our ability to think creatively. I share in the Transformational Power of Pure Intelligence book the way soldiers at the border of South Africa would discover water. They would cut a hole in the outer layer of a large piece of fruit. Before long, a monkey would descend from the canopy above and reach in the hole to retrieve the tasty fruit. But the monkey's fist, now filled with fruit, would not fit through the hole. Rather than let go of the fruit and free itself from the anchoring weight of the fruit, it would stay grounded. It was then that the soldiers could follow the monkey to the watering hole when it became thirsty. When we allow functional fixedness to govern our life, we become like the monkey, getting our hands stuck in a fruit trap because it just won't let go of the treat. In our case, the fixed perspective. We can hold on so tightly that we can't free ourselves from a limited perspective. So how do we break free from this trap? Functional fixedness is like a mental roadblock. It stops us from seeing new ways to solve problems. Imagine you think of a hammer only as a tool to drive nails. You completely overlook its potential as a lever or a paperweight or even a way to pull nails out. When we lock ourselves into one way of thinking, we cut off our ability to see new solutions, slowing our progress in life and work. But here's the exciting part. This is something we can change with a little awareness and effort. Overcoming a fixed mindset takes more than just a shift in thoughts. It's actually about changing how we see things altogether. Or in other words, changing the lens. One of the primary sources necessary to change our fixed perspectives are suggestions made from our spiritual core by way of our pure intelligence. It's in this raised consciousness that we become aware of an internal wisdom we can discover fresh meaning in our lives. By changing the lens, we can assign an entirely different meaning to the events and circumstances of our world. It's like looking through a kaleidoscope. Small shifts in perspective create an entirely new pattern. Cognitive flexibility is all about thinking outside of the box. It's learning to see ordinary things in extraordinary ways. And in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, this skill isn't just nice to have, it's essential. It's what helps us adapt, innovate, and thrive in the face of challenges. Here's how you can start building it. First, challenge your beliefs. Take a closer look at the stories you tell yourself, especially the ones that feel negative or limiting. Are these beliefs rooted in reality? Or are they shaped by biases you've never questioned? Second, seek out new perspectives. Revisit old situations with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, what haven't I considered yet? This could be as simple as brainstorming new ways to approach a problem, talking to someone with a different viewpoint, or rethinking how you view a past event. And third, tap into your inner wisdom. By tuning in to your spiritual intelligence, listening to that inner voice of conscience, you open yourself up to a wider range of possibilities. This shift can help you see solutions and paths you might have otherwise missed before. Rethink your life stories. Reflect on the narratives you've built about your life. Are these stories empowering you or holding you back? What would happen if you rewrote the script to focus on growth and opportunity? Question your beliefs. For every big life experience, ask yourself why you believe what you do about it. What assumptions are you making? Could there be another way to interpret the situation? Turn fear into growth. Look at your fears and ask, how can I see this as an opportunity instead of a roadblock? Fear often hides lessons we can learn from if we're willing to face it head on. The beauty of challenging fixed mindsets is that it lets you rewrite your story. It's not just about what you think, it's about how you think. It's moving from a mindset to a soul set. Drawing upon your pure intelligence, you approach life with more flexibility and creativity. You unlock new opportunities and solutions. This isn't just theory. It's something you can practice daily by questioning old patterns, welcoming change, and taking small risks to try new things. It's been said, that which we resist persists. Ask yourself, where in life do I feel resistance? What beliefs or attitudes might be holding me back? Resistance often serves as a powerful indicator of areas where we are holding on to old ways of thinking or even outdated beliefs. It's like a flashing sign from our subconscious, pointing to the stories, fears, or habits that no longer align with who we are or who we want to become. Recognizing resistance isn't about avoiding or suppressing it. It's about seeing it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. When you identify the areas where resistance arises, you open the door to reshaping those beliefs into something more aligned with your goals and aspirations. For example, if you resist stepping into a leadership role because you believe you're not ready or not good enough, that's resistance that might be rooted in a story you've told yourself about your capabilities. By examining and challenging this narrative, you can begin to replace it with one that reflects your potential and allows you to step confidently into new opportunities. Sometimes this process requires letting go of a long-standing narrative that you have provided or leaned upon to give you comfort or a sense of identity. It might mean acknowledging that a belief you've clung to for years, like I'm not creative, or I always fail at relationships, is no longer serving you. Letting go can feel daunting because it involves stepping away from the familiar and into the unknown. Yet, in doing so, you create space for new possibilities to emerge. Other times, overcoming resistance involves taking a leap of faith into unfamiliar territory. It's about trusting in your ability to adapt and grow, even when the path ahead is uncertain. This might mean pursuing a career change, starting a new project, or embracing a different way of thinking. While it can feel uncomfortable, and it certainly will at first, each step forward builds confidence and reinforces your new empowering narrative. Ultimately, resistance isn't the enemy, it's a guide. It shows you where you have the opportunity to grow, evolve, and align your beliefs with your true aspirations. By leaning into resistance rather than avoiding it, you can transform limiting patterns into empowering ones, paving the way for a life that reflects your fullest potential. At its core, breaking free from functional fixedness is about letting go of old habits and daring to imagine something new. By rewriting the stories we tell ourselves and embracing fresh perspectives, we open the door to endless possibilities. It's not always easy, but it will always be worth it. Every time you challenge a belief, try a new approach, or see the world a little differently, you're unlocking your potential. Who knows what amazing solutions and opportunities we'll discover when we finally let go of the fruit clenched in our fist that's keeping us grounded. What if the only thing holding us back from a breakthrough is the way we've written our stories to see the world? Imagine the possibilities if we dared to let go of old habits and rigid beliefs, freeing our mind to explore uncharted perspectives. Could it be that the solutions and opportunities we've been searching for are just beyond the grasp of what is familiar?